I'm just mucking around trying to get things working at the moment. It's going to be interesting when it starts tonight because my YouTube... oh, it's changed to good now, the stream status. It was on bad. So I didn't know if you could be seeing anything. But I will let the music play a little bit longer while I just figure out this back end stuff here. I've changed the way I'm doing the live stream, all the software I'm using. So we'll have to see how that works. Pretty cool. Okay, we've got a couple of minutes, so I'm going to transition over and just talk crap for 2 minutes until we're ready to start. So are you ready? 3, 2, 1, bang! We're here, hopefully. Hello everybody. I'm very tired. I got in at like 3:30 because someone put in the chat there I went to see Avengers Endgame last night with Mrs. World Wayne and my son and his girlfriend, and the cinema was absolutely rammed. Absolutely rammed, and you can see why this thing's breaking loads of records at the moment. I was thinking about putting like some of these Marvel movie collection figurines down here and like knocking over some, but as I said, there's no spoilers tonight. You ain't going to get no spoilers from me, and if you have seen Endgame, I implore you, please don't put spoilers in the chat, because I'm not Mrs. World Wayne's the only one that's moderating it, and she didn't really like the film, so she'll probably let them ride. She didn't like it at all. I thought it was brilliant. I'm doing good, Rick. Yeah, I'll get to that, Gary. Look, it's not 8 o'clock yet, is it? What is it? It's 7:59. I've got to stick to my times, haven't I? I'm going to have a move around. I've had a move around already, as you can see. Look, I've got myself... I went to the Insomnia Gaming Festival last weekend, and I bought Gizmo. See, look at my Gizmo. How cool is that? Now, what I'm trying to do... Put that back there. Stay. You stay. I'm trying to have a little retro corner going on there. The problem I've got is that... I've got a Sinclair ZX Spectrum from the 80s. Got to be 80s. And I've got the Gizmo from the 80s. But I've got a GameCube from 2003 or 2002. I think that come on. So I need to get rid of that. I'm trying to get hold of a BBC Micro computer or a Commodore 64 that's broken. I don't want it working just so I can make some sort of retro corner. I'm going to stick a Rubik's Cube in there. An ET with the light up finger, if you remember that. And I just want that sort of, to fill that sort of space out there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with a Falcon. A lot of people keep saying, where's your Falcon? But it's in the background there. And it's hidden. So I have it hanging from the ceiling. And I'm keeping my DeLorean there because there really is no other place to put it because it's so heavy. And that's why I took it off the shelves. That is a GameCube behind me, Gary. And it's fully working. But anything I put there, I'm never going to be using. So it doesn't matter what I put there. Even the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, that's a 48K rubber keyed there. It works, but I'm never going to plug it in. I just want it there just to have like a little retro corner. Don't get him wet. I'll try not to feed him after midnight either, Svi. And it's 8 PM there. Yeah, it's up. I have started. 2 PM here in the States. Woo! I'm going to be talking about shipping to the States today, Anthony Harding. Because a lot of people have asked me about that, and I've been shipping some of my Terminators and Bismarcks to Thailand and US. So I know a little bit about postage and customs and stuff like that, but the reason I'm doing that is because I haven't had any deliveries from Hachette yet for the Bismarck or the Terminator, and I'm guessing a lot of people are in the same boat because they've told me the same thing as well. As a matter of fact, have you guys received your Eagle Moss delivery for the DeLorean yet? 120 to 125? Could somebody respond? Commodore 6 now we're talking. I was getting Amstrad and an early Amiga. Well, I had a BBC Micro Arjan. But I'd like a Commodore 64 just sitting over there as well. I do need a bigger house, Gary, big time. And my Sinclair C5, well, I can put it outside with my bike. I used to love that Sinclair C5. Hi, Penny. How's it going? Okay, where are we going to talk? I've got no plan of what to talk about tonight, but I've got an idea what I want to talk about in my head. So, please display the Falcon again. Yeah, I think I need to. Because it is hidden there, but I don't know where I'm putting it. I think I am going to have it hanging, sort of here. Because if you remember last time I had it on the wall, and I had it over there as well, but I just don't know. I don't know, I'm running out of space. So you're still waiting for the delivery. That's crazy. I've got issue 121 coming out Saturday. Because tomorrow I have got issue 10 of the Bismarck. And issue 11, we've got some stands coming. Issue 9 of Build the Bismarck is coming out after this live stream tonight. So once I hang up on this, 5 minutes later, it'll be up on my YouTube channel. So you've got something to watch there. So that's going to be good. It says your delivering DeLorean issues were shipped on the 8th of April, but not received them yet. That's from 1971 Street Hawk. What day is it today? God, it's the end of April. What are they doing? I heard that the delay for Hachette is because of binders. And I believe that we're going to get a posting out when the newsagents hits issue 11. So next week, we should start getting a delivery. So, Mark and my dad's still got one of the first Amstrad laptops, the PCC 512, sorry. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's look at this thing first, because you know I was going to talk about this. Bang! This thing, when it got announced, oh my god. And there's a couple of things on this picture which have astounded me. Actually, I do like the t-shirt that it's going to come with, because it's like an exploded view of what we've been building on the DeLorean there. The problem is that this t-shirt only comes in medium or XL sizes. So you can see this was one of these things that have been thrown together. If you're any other size apart from medium or XL, you're in a lot of trouble. So that's that. And then you've got 29 issues to build this beast here. Now, I was trying to count up how 29 issues would be broken down into this. And I'm thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 for the tracks. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perhaps 16 for the whole tracks. And perhaps another 10 for this. And some straps. I don't know. I can't see how 29 issues is wasted there. Another thing on this, I think, yeah, you can see my little cursor. What's this? This looks like it's sitting on top of the fusion reactor readouts inside the dashboard. If that's the case, have we got to get inside the car to put that in? I don't know. Haven't got a clue. But, well, they've announced it. I'm guessing that when you get your deliveries through on... whenever that is, from issues 120 to 125, you're going to be, I forgot what I was going to say. When you get your deliveries through, I'm guessing you're going to have the leaflet for it, because the only leaflet I've seen is the French one. But there's 29 extra issues, so if it goes from a week after it finishes, now the actual complete run finishes on June the 26th, something like that in the newsagents. So if it continues from then, it's going to go on to January. So you're going to be building this thing until the new year. And it's going to cost you another £260. So bearing that in mind and looking at the picture you just saw on the screen there, who's doing it? See, I'm thinking I'm obliged to, but I don't know. I'll be interested to know who's doing it. And the big annoying thing is, why didn't they announce this at issue 1? Because this would have been a major draw to get people in, saying you can make either the first version of the vehicle, the Back to the Future 2 version, or the Back to the Future 3 version. And then everyone knew where they stood. But to hook it on you in the last, like, 10 issues is like, you got to be kidding me. What a sneaky way of doing it, but Eagle must always do it. I got stung like that with the... Doctor Who collection. A friend of mine had the James Bond cars. Same thing. Ah, terrible. Fiona Tranter, hi, when's the next Arduino tutorial? Right, the Arduino is on hold at the moment. I need to get a new Arduino. I was doing a film, and what I was doing is, the last video I was doing, if you remember, we did about the delays on the LEDs. Well, I wanted to show you how to do different pulse, or turning the LEDs off without using the delay. That way you can have 2 LEDs going at different speeds. Like one flashing every half a second and one flashing every one. I put the Arduino on this little beast here, which is my metal ruler. And guess what happened? It shorted out at the back, so I need to get another Arduino. My Arduino's knackered. By the way, tonight I'm drinking, it looks like blackberry juice, actually. Can you see that in the light? It's actually cider. It's my mum gave me a load of ciders, Strongbow dark fruit. Which run out of date in like a month, so I'm having to try and get through them. So no milk tonight. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. I'm just raving at the moment. You got a Sega Master System upstairs. How cool is that? Now, see, a Mega Drive would be good there as well, I suppose. Justin, you're going to see the Avengers Endgame on Friday. Now the Avengers Endgame. Let's get that out of the way because there's going to be no spoilers. Went to see it last night. Absolutely brilliant film. It is 3 hours and it does drag, but I think that it drags because it needs to develop a bit of the story to make a good ending. Mrs. Welder Wayne thinks it dragged out too long and it was boring, and it was only because of the ending it was semi-decent. Other than that, she hated the film. So, what can you say? But, you know, there is tears in it. Storylines do get round up. It's a fitting end for the Avengers series. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you if anyone dies or anything like that. So yeah, you're right about that. Where are we? Anthony, I'll go the whole route if I don't do the full conversion. Yeah, I'm like that, Anthony. I think I am just going to do the whole thing anyway. But I'm worried that in this 29 issues we're going to get a piece of track. And like looking at that again, I don't even know if this track is metal or plastic. This bottom bit here looks metal because this looks like the same sort of frame design as we had on the chassis. And this, unfortunately, looks plastic, which would be a right weird way around, wouldn't it? You'd expect that to be plastic and this to be metal. But I don't know. I don't know. But I will see what it looks like. The newsagents are getting it automatically, as I said. So unless you cancel it through the newsagents, they're going to get it in. A lot of people have said, Wim Rutten, a lot of people said they're building a Back to the Future 1 version. Stormtrooper, I do think they're milking this series big time, and I mean it's okay for us. I mean they hadn't even announced it, remember, to the English market, and we've almost finished. We're ahead of France. They announced it to France first, and I don't know if it was on account of me posting everywhere that it's been extended that they decided to do the English announcement. Who knows? DHD Galley, you're still waiting for the elusive issue 97 for the DeLorean. I didn't know that was out of stock. Terminator Bill, PHO, Lee Bio. PHO. PHOO's too small. One of them. That's what you need. The Narcoleptic Tinkerer. Dole, will you be teaching us how to Arduinos our DeLoreans? Well, once I got my DeLorean up and running, I'm hoping that some of the skills that I showed you how to use, you can get an idea of how they work. But I am going to get another. I need to get another Arduino. So it did make a nice like frying smell. You know when that burnt electric smell, that was lingering in the room for ages. But I thought I'd just overblown a LED like I normally do. But not in this case. Right, someone is... look. My daughter knows I'm streaming and she wants to talk to me online. Hello.
Hello.
I'm streaming. You're live to loads of people.
Brilliant. Again. All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. She wants to know about Endgame as well. She's not going to go see it to the weekend. And I'm not telling anyone. Although my son, Riley, you've seen him on one of my streams before, he wanted to know every single spoiler. So 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm telling him exactly what happens so he can go to school and just blab it out to everyone. He doesn't care. Chris, you love Recordalic cider, especially strawberry and lime. I'm not a cider drinker, and to be honest with you, this tastes quite nice. But as someone else said in chat, it's 4%, so it don't really taste, it tastes like cordial. Evening, Dave. I know you liked Endgame as well, didn't you? I saw your review. Dave's got his review on YouTube there. Basic miniature painting. Hi all. Hello. Wayne, have you got the challenge coin for R2D2 celebration? Yes. I don't know where it is though. I think it's over the other side because again, my son nicked it and put it in his side of the room. Addy Glogo, hi Wayne, interesting Renault 8 Gordini from Eagle Moss, 100 issues only, 1/8 scale, subscribed in France for it, I live in Netherlands in case you like classic cars. At the moment, Eagle Moss, have you noticed, Eagle Moss and DLSD still haven't released anything decent for this year, and I thought that was coming in April, but nothing, so I don't know what's going on there. Well, unless you like the VW Beetle, but I don't think I'm going to be getting that. Because at the moment, I'm buying all of these. This is why I've got issues to sell. I'm buying the Bismarck and I'm buying the Terminators. And when the subscription comes through, I'm selling the subscriptions that come through. I'm not building 2 of them. But that leads me on to postage. Now, postage to the US, a lot of people are asking that. Really, if you're getting this on eBay, I'd expect someone to pay the face value of the magazine, which is £9. And to post 2 issues to the US is £13. To post 2 issues to Thailand is £13 as well. I've already had a look at the duty options for customs in America, and you wouldn't be hit by customs. So £13 for 2 issues is roughly what you're going to be paying postage if you want to go down that eBay route. But you add that up times £13, 2 issues times 70. That's how much postage you'll be paying for the whole collection. And then by then it will probably be announced that it's coming out in America and you'll be kicking yourself. So I did mention it on my last Terminator video, but I'm going to be... I don't think I mentioned it on my Bismarck video. As I said, I've got a Bismarck video coming out after this, so you'll like that. As a matter of fact, let's just show you what I've done in that one. If I go to my overhead cam here and move this over, this is what we've completed so far with the Bismarck. So as you can see, we've got the capstans in place, we've got the anchor chains now, the anchors are on, and then underneath there, which you can't really see, I've got the gearbox, which is what we're doing in this issue. So that is what I've been doing today, and this is what's coming tomorrow. We've just got some more deck pieces and stuff to do. So that's the Bismarck, which will be out tomorrow. And then, because there's hardly anything to do in the DeLorean, it's just the first vent that's going on, the exhaust vent. That'll be a nice quick video. The good thing about the exhaust vent is really going to make that vehicle look complete. I think once both of those exhaust vents are on, you know, the only things we've got left then are the plutonian little box with the rods in it and the alarm clock. The car's pretty much done. And then, of course, we've got to turn it into the train version. Who knows? Mark, it'd be nice if you did a build on one of these live streams like Penny does. Then you can comment as you go instead of trying to answer everyone's comments. Mark, I used to do that with the Millennium Falcon. If you watch my Millennium Falcon builds, I used to do that. But I ended up making so many mistakes. I can't multitask. I really can't. So I'd make a right hash of it. Phoebe's upstairs at the moment. Phoebe's crazy at the moment as well. I don't know what's going on. Life of Brian, there's going to be no spoilers. Thanos has got my silence. Bless his little cotton socks. But I will tell you something about Endgame. There's no after credit scenes, so don't bother sitting to the through the credits like I did. There's no after credit scenes at all. As soon as the credits start rolling, you can go. Hey, hope you're well. What are you up to tonight? I am just hanging out tonight because I said I'm trying to get this retro corner sorted out. The GameCube's got to go, but I am trying to source a Commodore 64. If anyone knows any Commodore 64s, Sega Mega Drives, I don't know, BBC Micros, I don't care what condition they're in, as long as they look like what they are. I don't even care if they don't work. But that's what I want going on back there. If I get the Millennium Falcon hanging from the ceiling, I've got a table here that I can do demos on or put models on, then I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably move the room. I've already moved, if you remember, over this side. You can't see it because I haven't moved anything around. I had 2 kids' beds. They've gone. They're out the room now. So they've got their own bedrooms. So I've got that space in there as well. What can I do in there? Red Sea, what is everyone's thoughts on the Terminator so far? Would hands be more substantive than the thing on a plastic palm? Red City, I've had problems just like Robbie Bobby has with I've got articulation on mine, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do. I expect I to be able to hold something that holds in place, but a little layer of blue tack solved that perfectly. Putting it between that, I suppose double-sided sticky tape would do the same thing. Just something to provide a little bit of resistance to it. We shouldn't have to do that though. But you saw the problem I had getting those pins in first, so no wonder my fingers actually does have the articulation. The thumb though, just on this joint here, was a bit loose. That's why I put a bit of blue tack into that. So Mega Nico 97, sorry, Gary Richards, Enterprise D from EM, no news yet at all. They've done the usual, we're supply issues and we're out of stock, but it's never seen the light of day at the moment. As a matter of fact, Gary, I'm just having a rewatch at the moment of The Next Generation. I'm on season 2 again. So that's going to take me for ages. Mega Nico 97, hi, when I had a problem with the feather in part 4 of Mr. Fusion. He had flown away. But I solved that. Maybe you'd like to see it on my channel, part 4 extra. Mega Nico 97. I'm just adding your name to my little thing that I got here. There we go. I'll have a look. No problems. Anthony Harding, Hachette doesn't release stateside. You say that, Anthony. I've never seen them release Partworks stateside, but you got to remember, Hachette is the biggest publishing company in the world, or one of the biggest, and they publish books worldwide, including America. So don't be surprised if you do see it over there. As a matter of fact, I haven't got it here. The last Build the Bismarck I had a sticker on the front with all the territories' prices on it, from New Zealand, Mexico, Spain. I don't remember seeing US, but I said with Mexico over there, it was quite interesting to see that. And the reason they put those stickers on there is because if they don't sell in the UK, they can just send them abroad and they've got stocks there ready to go. So, all cool. Kieran Walker, hi Wayne, loving the man cave. Thank you, Kieran. I'm still moving it around. I need a new PC. That's the next one. I'm meant to have got a 3D printer, but I can't do that because this PC is starting to chug along now. I really do need a new PC. So that's my next big expense. I'm going to be going for a Ryzen 7 because I need to be able to edit videos and I need a fast bus to run these 4 webcams that I'm operating at the moment. I actually want to get another camera as well because I've got a close-up camera on my right-hand side. I haven't got a close-up camera on my left-hand side. So even I'm getting bored of doing the editing because it's the same views. Chris Burns, when's the Bond coming out? Eagle Moss, no idea. You're talking about the Lotus Esprit, Chris Burns, no idea. I think that's another one that's fizzled out. Mike Tinnen? Hi Wayne, are you still building the... No, I'm not building the Rossi bike, Mike. The Model Space didn't want me to build it anymore. And that's all I know. So they sent me 6 packs and then stopped sending me them. That one was an affiliate build with Model Space. But for some reason, they didn't want me to build it anymore. Chris Burns, hope you had a... okay, bro. I had a brilliant Easter, Chris. That's why you didn't have no videos. Because I had the kids here, so we did loads. We went to Peterborough Greyhounds. We went to Rockingham Castle. We did absolutely loads. Absolutely loads. Lee Titley, my order of the issues of the DeLorean were taken out on the 8th. A lot of people have said that they haven't received it. Does anyone know what the delay is on the DeLorean? Because I know I'm normally 1 issue ahead for like 1 week and then you guys get yours, so you're 5 issues ahead of mine. But I've picked up my one... No, sorry, I'm going to pick up my one tomorrow. That's issue 121, so... You never know, you might get it next week. You will be ahead of me. Andy Carroll, Wayne, check Gumtree or Free Cycle. I will do. I've been checking eBay at the moment because, to be honest, Andy, I only need a broken one. I was looking at empty cases, actually. I don't need the Gumtrees in the inside, just to make a little pop culture retro corner there. I'm trying to think of everything I had when I was a kid in the 80s. I'm going to get a Game Boy over there as well. I've seen a Game Boy for like 10 quid. They don't work, but it will look nice somehow there. But there's only so much I can put over there without blocking the DeLorean. So... Because that is massive. That is, I mean, it doesn't seem it on camera, but it's absolutely ginormous. Ian Campbell. Hi, Mr. Hi, Ian. Thanks, Mrs. World Away. Makes sense. And Chris Camplin. Our house is 3 stories. It is 3 stories. So Mrs. World Away's upstairs tonight, not downstairs with Phoebe. I don't know what that came in. Megan Eco, hi Wayne, I had a problem. I've read that one. Mark Knight, so why has your DeLorean model got Mr. Fusion thing on it? Because I've got nowhere else to put it. In these drawers down here, you can't really see them. I've got some plastic drawers down here. The top one's holding all my Bismarck. The second one down's holding all the Terminator. And the third one down's holding all tools. I did have that for the DeLorean, but now I've got no parts for the DeLorean. So I've just balanced it on top there. But someone said that I'm going to have problems attaching that with all the pipes when I get that in. So I don't know. But again, if you look at, hang on, if I go to that other monitor again, look at this picture again, there's no Mr. Fusion on it. You'd expect to see that for the Back to the Future 3 model. So can we still put Mr. Fusion on the back? I don't know. Who knows? Arjun, Wayne, if you get a Commodore, ditch the original power bricks. They have a tendency to fry the system. It will never get plugged in, Arjun. Never get plugged in. It's just going to sit there looking beautiful and reminding me of what life was like in the 80s with my white suits and my mint green ties, which were like squares rather than like pointed, and my white jeans and my hockey socks and my headbands. And have you seen Cobra Kai season 2? Oh my God! You know how much of a Karate Kid fan I am. That was one hell of an ending. If you haven't watched Cobra Kai series, watch Cobra Kai series. But season 2 plays out like Empire Strikes Back. Oh my God, what a series that was. I'm being spoilt this month. We've had like Avengers, we've had this Cobra Kai, and we've got Game of Thrones. Wow, the next 2 months are going to be excellent. Gary Richards, you want the link? Do you want the link for the EM Enterprise? If you want the link, it's in my forum, welderwayne.proboards.com. I've got a little tab there for the EM Enterprise and a link for it. But I did receive an email because I subscribed to it, but I don't think they ever had any intention of sending it out. Because as I said, I've had a rewatch of the Next Generation. The nacelles on it, I don't like them. I don't like them. They look silly. Just a shame the Ghostbusters Ecto one finished. I believe that's getting a release in America, Mark Knight. But I don't know. Someone might be able to fill you in on that. I did hear somewhere about that. Elite Italy, I used a pair of pliers on the T800 figures and squeezed them together and they're really tight now. Yeah, that's what I did for the finger. No problems. It didn't work with the thumb. So I tried to put the pins in another way. It did a little bit, but not a lot. A Rattling Ghost. I'm almost getting to halfway with my DRS Mustang GT 500. A lot of mods needed. I haven't actually seen that at all, I'm afraid, so I can't really comment on that one. John Fairbrother Figures. I sent Ian a tweet. They told me they should be with us no later than Wednesday next week. Oh, that's good then. Because because you subscribers are ahead of me, you get to tell me what disappointment I've got facing me. You do know, like, the last 10, perhaps 15 issues of the DeLorean has been really disappointing. And to say that, where is it? I don't know how many issues we've done on this at the moment, like looking like that. But we've that's a lot of money just for a reactor plate, and we still haven't finished on it yet. We've got the 2 big vents going on there, and then we're building the plutonium box and the alarm clock. So, see, now if they had put this hood box and track in with this, I'm sure they could have spaced it out a little bit better. But I would have rather found out about the white wall tyres, the train tracks and everything right at the start of the build, so I knew what I was getting into. Mr. Nemo, I'm trying to mention what's plastic and what's metal every issue I do of the Terminator. Darren, hi, Wayne. Any news on Arduino episodes? Darren, I don't know if you missed it earlier on. I've actually blown up my Arduino at the moment, so I'm waiting for another one to come through. I might show that as an outtake on the video that I do for it, because it wasn't fun. I said I really thought I'd blown an LED, but it wasn't. It was the motherboard of the Arduino. That's me. The next is... you do know that issue 117, the pipes that we installed, you'll have to take them out to have Mr. Fusion Reactor on it. I thought that, Nexus, because I couldn't figure out any way at all to put those pipes on. So, yeah. It's a shame that, really, isn't it? What a waste that is. Where are we supposed to put those parts? I can't put them in the trunk of the DeLorean, because if you remember that video I did with all the little miniatures, they're all in the trunk. And I'm like, pushed it down. So if I put that hood box on, I really don't want to open the trunk at the front, because it will just all spill out. Chris Cameron, don't forget the new issues come with the new wheels too. Yeah, so what's that? 1 wheel in issues? That's 4 issues then. Perhaps. Ian Cameron, didn't we see you in Fame? I want to be it forever. I've been singing High Fidelity a lot actually lately, Ian Campbell. Yeah, I know. Showing my age. Lee Bio, anyone annoyed about the plastic on the Terminator? Good question. See, I knew the whole thing wasn't going to be metal, and if it was, it would be bloody heavy, because it already is at the moment. Whether that plastic starts dolling over time, I don't know. To be fair, the plastic bits they've done are on bits that you'd expect to be weathered. So I don't know. We'll have to see what the whole thing looks like. To be honest with you, my biggest concern is the repetitive... Speak English. The repetitive nature of it, because we're going to have to do 2 legs and 2 arms and like God knows how many fingers, and it's going to be the same thing again and again and again. I don't know how that's going to transpose over to YouTube. If you guys are going to get bored of watching it, I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to spice it up and do something different every time. So mint green ties sounds horrible. Mark Knight, you should see what my mum used to dress me in. I had like this crappy ginger coloured tank top I went to school with. She dressed me up to be bullied, put it that way. And plus I come from Australia, so like in Australia, Australians back then were 10 years behind the English, so I was still wearing 70s clothes in the 80s. Big flares and flowery tops and stuff. Any Australians on here, I'm Australian too, so you know, I'm not offending you, I'm just like offending myself, I suppose. Mrs. Welder Wayne, Darren Furbinger, he blew up his Arduino board. Yep, no, I do. Marty T4, hi Wayne, have you seen the build the supercar part work? It's Ferrari F40. I subscribed and they sent me a 1/64 scale supercharged instead. I've now cancelled. What? Who's done that, Marty? Is that one of the big ones, D'Agostini or Eagle Moss? I've never heard of that one, to be honest with you. Christopher Olsen, no, I haven't. I'll have to check him out too, Mark. Let me add that one. Julie Blundell, hello Wayne, have you heard anything about Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters? No, I haven't, Lee. It's I said all I've heard that there might be a release in America for it, but nothing over here. We seem to be left out of a lot of things with Eagle Moss at the moment. I think perhaps we've all complained too much about the DeLorean, and they don't want to go any They don't want to go near the British audience at the moment. Perhaps they're waiting for Brexit to find out what's happening there. Because obviously that will affect import and stuff from China. All these bits are made in China, remember? I don't know. That's an interesting thing. I didn't even factor that in. Perhaps that's why we're not seeing the X-Wing and stuff at the moment, because of Brexit. Wade Hampton Spivvy, wish they would send the Bismarck to the USA. Well, Wade, I have posted a couple to the USA. So, find someone reputable, you can get it. Regarding the Bismarck, a lot of people have asked about the swastika on the deck. Obviously, it doesn't come with a build. I think I've got one in the works. I've asked someone if they could do it. I've asked Mike Lane if he can do it. Mike, if you're watching this, I hope you didn't mind me announcing that. But hopefully, you can work something out for that. Because that'd be good. Some decals for Mike Lane again. Rattling Goes fan, who would die in Game of Thrones Season 8? Game of Thrones producers yesterday. Rattling Goes back from Season 5. I thought everyone was going to die. I thought everyone would die by the end of Series 5. And then Series 6, 7 and 8 would just be landscapes. Robert Dimmers, hi Wayne. For the first time I spoke to you, I've been having problems getting my issues. Now they're 6 weeks behind. Is this the DeLorean talk about, Robert? We've just been talking about that. Apparently they're coming next week. If you're waiting for the Terminator and the Bismarck, there is a delay on those, and I believe they might be next week as well. But with the Eagle Moss N Hachette, you can log on your account details and manage the subscriptions and see when things have been posted out. As a matter of fact, what have I just done there? I'm just going to see if anything's changed on my one. Hang on a second. You can't see this because it's on. It's got all my account details and stuff. No, nothing's been sent out for Battleship Bismarck yet, and nothing's been sent out for the Terminator yet. So there you go. We tried. High Fidelity. You seem to have Fame on the mind. I used to love Fame. I'm trying to think what other songs were in there, actually. They're the only ones I remember getting into the charts. The theme tune to Fame and High Fidelity. Say McFly, I mean Marty T4. You can get a classic Porsche Ferrari F40. It's still like big. All right. What do you think of the strength of the plastics on the Terminator? I think they're not very strong, so don't over tighten things. I mean, the only big bit of plastic we've had so far is this headpiece that I've just done. So, the others didn't really make a difference, I didn't think. Anthony Harding, Fishy Tackle Box works wonders for a bunch of small parts and screws, especially if you can set the size of the compartments. I was thinking about that, but I've just got no space. That's why I've been using the pill boxes at the moment. Plus those little drawers that you get for screws. I was going to mount one to the wall, but if you notice, I've got a green backdrop there, which I use for green screen sometimes and to do photographs for back, so that wouldn't work either. I need more space. Michael Bradley, yes, I have stopped doing the Rossi bike. I stopped doing that a long time ago, and I've got no idea why it stopped for me. I think I must have upset Model Space, but for the life of me, I don't know what I've done. Model Space, if you're watching this, please tell me what I've done, because I don't know. I'm trying to be good. Perhaps I swore or I said I didn't like something. I know that out of the 6 packs they sent me for that Valentino Rossi bike, one had a problem, so they resent the pack, and the second one was missing parts. So perhaps that was it. Perhaps I was bitching too much about, you know, stupid deliveries and stuff. Oh, it's Panini. Wow. Panini should stick to football stickers. I've got the only thing of Panini I've got in here is the Deadpool and stuff from the their Marvel figure collection. Robert Wilby, R2D2 camera problem sorted. Duff camera. Big thanks to. Oh, excellent. I'm glad you got that sorted then, Robert. Lee, it's going to be supported by rods. That's the Terminator. Yeah, I'm sure they can be hidden though somehow. I haven't figured that one out yet. I need to wait till it's built. But these drawers are going to get filled up pretty quick, I reckon. Kieran, I was told by Hachette Terminator issues were sent out last Thursday, but nothing online account about them. Kieran, I was told that they're not getting sent out till next week because they're sending a binder out and they haven't got the binders finished yet. So, Paper Penny, be careful about the swastika. I believe you have to have permission to do it. Who from? I don't know. Haven't got a clue. Paper Penny, you can already get swastika decals, but I wanted something that was made to measure so you haven't got to muck around and, you know, face it and stuff like that. The funny thing you saying that is that the reason I didn't stream last week was because I went to see my niece and nephew in a show in Norwich. Probably saw it on Twitter, The Sound of Music. And obviously it's about the Nazis, about the story of The Sound of Music, but they had swastikas on their arm. So that made me think, hang on, where did they get them from? But, my thoughts is I can understand why they made the decision not to include the swastikas, but, for authenticity, people are still going to want to make it look exactly as it's supposed to look. So, Mega Nico 97, at the moment, the DeLorean weighs 8.5 kilograms. I weighed it the last time I had it out of that cabinet. Robert Dibbons, Wayne, are you having problems? I'm always having problems. Be specific, Robert. What problems do you think I'm having? Because chances are, I'm having that problem. Oh, someone's texting me. That's okay. I always check that because it's normally an emergency, and I finish these streams off, and it's like, oh no, my house has burnt down, and I'm still sitting up here chatting. The next film on my agenda after Endgame is Godzilla. Yep, Godzilla looked good. Plus, I want to see last Valentine's Day, I took Mrs. Welder Wayne out to see John Wick 2. And that was our romance movie with lots of guns and bullets. So now John Wick 3 comes out next Wednesday, I believe. So that's going to be our romance date night film. Plus, I wanted to see It too when it comes out, and she hates horrors. I'm a nasty guy, really, aren't I? See, I make it all look good that I'm straight-laced and building models and stuff, but no. It was a shame the black guy from Leon the Dancer died from the Kids of Fame. A lot of them have died now. It's crazy. I think Fame actually, mirroring the show, doesn't agree with a lot of people. Svi, if you had a 3D printer, you could print your own part boxes. I could. I'd set my heart on that Creality S10, S5, CR10. But the money I was going to spend on that, I really need a new PC. At the moment, I'm running on an X99, so it is a powerful PC at the moment. But the amount of webcams and stuff that I run at the same time, I've got 3 screens here now. It's chugging along big time. Plus, if I want to start converting my videos to 4K, because I'm only filming in 1080p at the moment, then I really am going to need something with a bit more boom. Matthew Bowden, if the Terminator gets boring, will you be doing any more Terminator skits? I've been thinking of a couple of them, Matthew, but I can't just put them all together. There is another one that I've got planned for that, so watch this space. I had no intention of doing that. I was sitting there and the doorbell went, so I cut the thing, and then when I came back upstairs to re-record, I thought, that'd be quite a good idea or something to do. So I did it. Mark Goff, hi Wayne, how's it going? Loving the videos, my friend. Thank you, Mark. A Red City, I think the thing to do would be to make a black background for it and spray the rod. It's a good idea. Again, I have to see what it looks like. See, the rod is in the pictures, but is the rod in the pictures to articulate it for the pictures? I don't know. What is wrapped around C-3PO's legs? Nothing. What can you see? You're probably looking at this. Hang on. You can probably see this. This is like the Millennium Falcon, look. And when you press the button, you can't see it because of how bright the lights are. It lights up. See, it just lights up in there. And you put that in there like that. And yeah, all good. It's a little lamp. Put that back. Is that what you meant? Anthony Hart, I'm just glad Eagle Moss linked to your videos for the DeLorean build. Did I give you... No, I haven't had anything from Eagle Moss. Eagle Moss have only linked to my videos on the US site, I believe. On the English site, remember, I really slated them on Twitter. So I don't think that's going to go down too well. I did do a video of my frustrations. I think I've deleted those videos now. If you have a look at all my playlists, the first thing you're going to notice, all my thumbnails have changed. So my DeLorean thumbnails have changed, my R2-D2. I wanted to freshen it up a bit. I wanted to put the playlist in number order. So if someone's watching it, they can watch 1 to 100 without any breaks. And then I put all the modding videos and stuff after that. So if you want to binge watch, you can just start from episode 1 and it will just play all the way through on the playlist. So, good idea. Mark Knight, FS, I almost swore then. I mean, you're reading as many messages as you can. You really need to sort out some system to make it easy for you. Well, if I miss some, Mrs. World Away normally catches them for me. But they do skip past because, I mean, I can't show you my screen. It's really quick. See, this is, I'm glad I do these live streams because, I mean, you see what chat I get on the live stream. You should see what I get when I'm just on my Messenger on World of Wayne Facebook page, because people can find me. I haven't got Facebook anymore. All I've got is the World of Wayne page, and I can administer that page, but I haven't got a personal Facebook account. So anything that's going on in the world, Mrs. World of Wayne has to let me know what's going on now. I've been off social media, as in Facebook now, for 6 weeks, about 6 weeks now, and I'm not missing it at all. It's quite lovely actually. But I still answer your questions on Facebook. So if you on the World of Wayne page on Facebook, so if you need anything answered, send me a message through the World of Wayne page, and I can grab that there. Chris Campbell, Ashley, are you related to Ian Sparrowhawk Chefhawk? Will the Thunderbird 2 come to the Netherlands? I would have thought so. Fluoride 18. I can't see why not. It's been in every other country. John Fairbrother, what do you think of the new Star Wars trailer? I've got it on my desktop here. I've got scenes from it on my desktop. And at the Avengers Endgame last night, they played it on the big screen. First time I saw it on the big screen. I really hope it does redeem itself to The Last Jedi. I don't know if Life of Brian Dave's in here, but it was god awful. It's the only film that I've sat there thinking about crying afterwards. I'm like, what have they done to Star Wars? And people think it's like one of the best ones, The Last Jedi. I'm like, perhaps it's me. I'm old and stuck in my way, and I like the nostalgia. Hence why I've got the retro corner going on over there. Can you do the dance routines, Wayne? What, from Fame? Red said, I had to learn how to floss for my son for the old Fortnite thing. I'm not going to dance on camera. I haven't had enough cider to dance on camera. Perhaps if I have another one of these, I'll be dancing all night for you. Well, Mr. Nemo, did you see what Jan Michael Vincent looked like before he died? I mean, he had one leg. He was in a mess. Meth is a hell of a drug. Dara 20111. Hi Wayne. What is the issue with R2D camera? My resolution's terrible. Yep, my resolution's terrible too. It is what it is, I guess. I don't think they ever promised us a HD perfect camera. The secret is with webcams, you can buy whatever webcam you want and it'll look grainy. I suppose that's the word it is. It's the light. The more light that you have, I've got like 2 massive studio lights on me at the moment, the clearer the picture will look. So the light is the most important thing over the camera. Svi, if you need someone to buy your current PC when you upgrade, give me a shout. I can't run anything higher than Windows 7. It's probably going to go to my son, Svi, because he hasn't got one and he's doing a university degree in gaming programming. And so he needs a PC. As a matter of fact, he wants me to install Visual Basic on here so he can do his dissertation on this PC. As a matter of fact, he's probably watching me now. He knows I'm streaming. He's in the other room because he's back from uni until the end of May now. See, now May the 13th, I'm going to be going with him to the O2 to watch WWE Raw live. So I'm going to try and get myself on TV. I've been doing a lot lately, and these authors, I've been visiting so many authors in Ely the last month as well. That's Mrs. World of Wayne's fault for that. Red City, no, not the naked teleport, Wayne. What? How many of you like Star Trek, just out of curiosity? Put it in the comments. How many of you like Star Trek? Because there's something I need to tell you about Star Trek. Thank you, Mrs. World of Wayne. Someone always put a dislike, Steve. Don't worry about it. A like and a dislike, it's fine. It's all good. It all goes into the same bucket. Robert, I rang them today. He said next week, but they still owe me from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Ian need a good slating. Well done, bud. As I said in my video, I call crap on. I almost said another swear word. I can't swear in these things. Yeah, I always I call it out when I see it if it's wrong. So thank you, Mark. Everyone loves the Next Generation. I love the Next Generation. Well, I have to tell you about something that it sprung me last night. Las Vegas, back in 2007, they had the Star Trek experience at the Hilton Hotel. And it was brilliant. They had Borg Encounter, and they had some Klingon one. It was the Klingon one that springs to mind. And what it was one of those ships. If you've ever been to Disneyland or something, it's one of those ships which you sit in, and they've got a screen at the front, and the ship will move around, and it looks like you're on it. But before you get on that ship, you have to queue up in a queue, and they have spots for you to queue up on. So I'm queuing up, and there's like spots of about six rows of six. So there's 36 people, which are going to go. The doors will open. You'll be able to go on this shuttle and have a ride. But then you hear a massive crash. And when there's a crash, you're like, what the hell's all of that? And the whole room goes dark. Then these lights come on above your head. And then it goes dark again. Then there's a massive flash and you're on the bridge of the Enterprise. So 1 minute we're at the queuing up for a ride. And the next minute we're on the bridge of the Enterprise. It's like, oh my God, we got teleported. How the hell did it do that? So you can do the backstage tour. It's not there anymore, unfortunately. They got rid of it. But you can do the backstage tour. And on the backstage tour, they show you that when they do this massive flash of light, it blinds you for a second. Then all the walls fall away. The ceiling lifts. And then they've got a whole set of the Enterprise, which is what you can see probably down there. I'm sitting on the bridge of the Enterprise there. Absolutely brilliant it was, and it's just a shame it's not there. But they had Quark's Bar there, and they sold this thing called a Warp Core Breach. It was a great big sort of fish bowl full of every kind of rum you can ever think of. Bacardi Spice, Bacardi 151, Bacardi Superior. Then they put dry ice in it so it bubbles up. I was whammed, absolutely whammed. But I don't know if there's anything on YouTube about it, but it's one of those experiences, like loving Star Trek, that you think, oh my God, everyone needs to experience that. But once you've got one of those Warp Core breaches in there, me and my friend, we decided to do the Borg encounter. And they've got actors there dressed as Borg, and then you've got like a guide who's telling you to run through the corridors of the Enterprise to get to this room. But being drunk out of our minds, we're like, no, we can take them on, trying to attack the actors. Surprised I didn't get booted out of that. But yeah, it's a shame. It's such a shame. It's like they were going to remake it at the Neonopolis in Las Vegas, but it never happened. So 418, thank you so much. You don't have to tip me, sir, but thank you so much. There's going to be I've got to pronounce your name right. Froride 18. Froride 18. There's going to be a Bismarck video coming out just after this stream. So as soon as this stream stops, 5 minutes later, you'll see it on the YouTube channel. It's already uploaded. I just need to make it public. So Next Generation's my favourite of all the Star Trek. So my favourite episode, I had to show Miss World of Wayne because I'm educating her at the moment, was Q Who, where they meet the Borg for the first time. And I do love Cause and Effect, where the Enterprise keeps in a temporality loop and it keeps blowing up. I think they're my two favourite ones. God, you can see the passion now, can't you, me? Every time, it's the cider, I'm telling you. That Chris Camplin, the Captain Picard thing's filming at the moment, and it's supposed to be released the late half of the year. So that's going to be brilliant. Yeah, Gary Richards, STD, Star Trek Discovery is exactly what your initials say. It's god awful. I hate it. I didn't like Enterprise either. They should continue the story. So you had like Next Generation, Deep Space Nine continuing the story, Voyager continuing the story, and then they thought, let's go back in time and change the timelines and history. Yeah, was it For a Ride? Was it you who linked me that song? I have listened to that. That's pretty mental. I just couldn't get on with Enterprise. Star Trek Birmingham was rubbish. I never went to that one, Mr. Nemo. I am going to be at the London Film and Comic Con this year, though, because I've got to meet Martin Cove, William Zabka from The Karate Kid, Christina Ricci from Wednesday from the Addams Family, plus anyone else. I think Robert Carlyle's there as well from Trainspotting and The World Is Not Enough. So that'd be good. If you go to Destination Star Trek at the moment, they've got the bridge sets all there. Let me, yeah, look, I'll show you the picture. Let's put this here. You've got to bear in mind, this was like 13 years ago. Probably more, actually. 2019, 12 years ago. It was 12 years ago. Let's go to the overhead cam. There we go. That's me and my friend on the deck of the Enterprise. And the set, as you can see, was absolutely amazing. But that was the Las Vegas Hilton. And, yeah, there's nothing there now. Which makes absolutely no sense to me. See, like, if you've got a business which are paying rent to that business, but you want to up the rents, you can't afford the rents anymore, so you decide to kick them out, and nothing's really replaced it. What's the point of that? So rather than have a little bit of rent coming in, they've got nothing at all. And I think Barry Manilow is now playing at the Hilton. Not sure. But, yeah, any Star Trek fan, diehard, will know about the Star Trek experience. But someone actually sent me the recipe for that rum thing, because it was the most gorgeous drink you had. But I'm telling you, 2 mouthfuls and you're gone. Called the Warp Core Breach. The trouble is, some of the rums you can't get in this country, like Bacardi 151. I've never seen that anywhere, which is a really high volume alcohol rum. I don't know if there's a place you can go to get that sort of thing imported, or even if you're allowed to sell it in the UK. I haven't got a clue. Brummies and Star Trek. You know what I did, eh? See, Mark, most of my family come from Wolverhampton, they do. My mum's from the Midlands. You're collecting, Lee, my brother's collecting the Star Trek ships as well. They look really good, but again, they've extended them, haven't they? So I don't know how many there are. Mark and I haven't seen the Justin Lee Collins thing. I do know who Justin Lee Collins is, though. I might have to do a search for that. Is that on YouTube? Inner Light, that was a good one. And Time's Arrow was good as well. But, nah, Cause and Effect's my favourite. And Q Who was just a mad episode. For all the flack Voyager gets, yeah, I love Voyager. I was telling the missus about the episode of Voyager where the Borg get annihilated by species 251 or whatever the name is. That was great. Yeah, I'd love to do something Star Trek. That Star Trek Enterprise D would be a great build if I could do it. But Eagle must really need to get their act together. And the Orville, yes. Orville at the moment is beating Star Trek. The Orville is what Star Trek Discovery should have been. But it isn't. So, fair play to Seth. Oh, God, that's the cider. Sorry about that. Seth MacFarlane, fair play to him, because that is an excellent series. And the 2-parter that they just had on the Orville was brilliant. See you later, Mega Nico. Thanks for watching, sir. You got taken around the EastEnders sets moons ago. Malibu Black is what you need. Only ever seen it in Gatwick Airport. I love rum. It's discontinued now, the 151. Oh, no. Oh, I see. I'm never going to make that drink. It's, hang on. Hang on a second. Let's go, Warp Core Breach recipe. Right. Here, in the chat, is what you need to make the, oh God, what's going on here? Dry ice. There we go. That's the recipe for Warp Core Breach, excluding the dry ice you put in. So 3 ounces of white rum, 2 ounces of lemon rum, never heard of that. 1.5 ounces of spiced rum, I've heard of that. 1.5 ounces of dark rum, so Captain Morgan's would work. 1.5 ounces of razzmatazz, never heard of that. And 1/2 ounce of Bacardi 151, which you just can't get hold of. And 30 ounces of cranberry juice. See you later, Street Hawk. Thanks for watching, sir. Mark Knight, yeah, you really are living in the past. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. Anthony Hargin, they've been bringing in Star Trek regulars into the Orville. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, the Doctor. It is good. They had, what's her name on it as well? Deanna Troy was in the 2 episodes ago, looking after the kids on board the ship. Marina Sirtis. Stopped production in 2016? Oh my God. See, I'm well out of it. So what am I supposed to replace that with then? Hey, South Carolina. Do you recognise any of those drinks I've put up there? What the hell's razzmatazz? I haven't got a clue. It's all fun. Wow, I've caught up with the... Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Thank you for watching. It's all cool. I have to put my picture back on. See, it's only held up the blue tag. I've had this for years. But God, I look young in that. People got married on this set, you know. So you could have a wedding service on that. Typical Vegas. You could probably have like a Ensign Ricky marry you or something. Razzmatazz, wasn't that Razzmatazz? God, Mark Knight. It might have been. Razzmatazz. Yeah, I think I remember something like that. I remember Tiz was. Hello, man. I like Star Trek, the original series. I love the Star Trek movies with Zachary Quinto. Yeah, no, they were excellent. The original series, my favourite one for that was Operation Annihilate. The one where they've got those pancake things that land on the back and blind Spock. And then he realises that he's got like 2 sets of eyelids. So he just opens his eyes up again and he's fine. I sound like a right Trekkie, don't I? See, I like Star Wars more. God, I can play the part. I used to have the whole captain's outfit, you know, with the pips and the badge. I'd never fit into it now. God. See, I've got a nice belly on me now. I need to do something to get rid of this belly, I think. Don Q151, a quick Google search to put you in the right direction. Ah, I'll have to have a look at that then. While I'm at Google, let's have a look what this razzmatazz is. Razzmatazz drink. Razzmatazz, here we go. The Purple Hooter is a purple drink made from it's by a company called Kuiper. Razzmatazz Raspberry Snaps. It's a raspberry schnapps, so I suppose it's like a raspberry flavoured alcohol. Yeah, we don't sell it in this country. Yeah, I'm gonna have trouble with that, I think there. I've got you haven't seen the level of my geekiness. That's the problem, Arjun. You see, at the moment you've just scratched the surface of my Star Wars, and you know I've put in a little bit of the Star Trek there. It's when I'm talking about Automan and Manimal and what other cheesy Street Hawk things from the 80s. Quantum Leap. God, I love Quantum Leap. Why haven't we got anything from Quantum Leap? I can make the little Ziggy device. I don't remember that, no. Oh, Simon, how's Wows? You've just had a great Comic-Con there. You had Kiefer Sutherland turn up near Wrexham. I really wanted to go to that. I missed it, unfortunately. Schnapps is a German liquor. Ooh, I might be able to get hold of that then. Razzmatazz. See if I can get that drink. Then the only other thing is how you get... Yes, I do need a Rubik's Cube. I've got one, I think, Lee. But I can't find it. My kids have moved it and I can't find it. But I want it just there. Wait, I've got the original Topps card from Star Wars 70s Blue set. And oh my God. That's it. Decupta. Ah, razzmatazz. Right, okay. I do remember it, Mark. But remember, I came over to England in 1979. So back then, I was watching Fat Cat and Humphrey B. Bear on Channel 7 in Australia. And then when I came over to this country, it was Swap Shop and probably Tiz was. Wide Awake Club. I don't know. Fun Factory. DJ Cat Show. Nicholas Conroy, Endgame was brilliant. The wife didn't like it because she thought it dragged, but I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and it did sum up everything in the end. It wrapped up lots of things. Bring tissues. No spoilers. Oh, and there's no credit scene, so just go home when the credits roll. There's no after credit scene. You got the box set. See, what did you think of the last episode, Lee, where they kind of meet God, didn't they, as the bartender? And he's like, I want to go home. I thought it was a bit of a weak last episode of that. Wait, why don't you make an escape room? I haven't done one, you know. I want to do one. I've got I've got one of the Amazon devices that if I say its name, it's going to trigger. So I won't say its name because I'll set all of yours up. And they've got one of those games on there. Me and Mrs. World of Wayne have been talking about doing one for ages, but I'll just panic and be rocking in the corner. I know. For 15 minutes until someone rescues me. Hey, Robbie, we were just talking about you with your the finger because I had the same problem with my thumb on your Terminator. And I said I had to pinch some blue tack between it to stop that. But you're not the only one who's got that problem, Robbie. A lot of people have. We sing a song, the Bucket of Water song. What's that? Michaela Strachan, the Wide Awake Club, yeah. And Timmy Mallet. I do sort of remember Razzmatazz, but weren't that in the same sort of era as like Nightmare? Do you remember when that was on the game show where the kids wore the helmet and they couldn't see anything? That was that sort of time, wasn't it? And Trapdoor. Stay away from that trapdoor. Oh, Dogtanian and the Muskehounds. All of these. The Mysterious Cities of Gold. Around the World with Willy Fogg. Huckleberry Finn and his friends. Being brought up as a kid in the UK. Those only, yeah, stay away from building sites. Don't take seats from strangers. Would you like to see my puppies? I remember Crackerjack, but Crackerjack at the time was hosted by Stuart Francis for me. Oh, and why don't you? Go out and do something less boring instead. Sit at home, watch TV, turn it off. It's no good to me. Thing. This is why I want to make a retro corner, you see. I want all of that over there, with enough room to still build. You're having issue problems with Eagle Moss, but nothing new with them. Drink Finder still say, right, okay, because not cheap. Happiness in a bottle. At the percentage alcohol content, Jamie, I can believe it. See, Eagle Moss, Life of Brian Dave said, if you're having problems getting this particular issue from Eagle Moss, just go over to the French shop site. They seem to have everything in stock and they'll deliver to the UK. I was on it today because I was trying to see... the UK haven't actually got a leaflet for the extended editions, although they do have a website saying you can subscribe to it. So that picture that you saw on the other video, on the other screen, this one here, is actually the French picture. And I've just added this logo here. But if you have a close look at the T-shirt there, that's in English. So, are they going to force the French people to wear an English Back to the Future logo? I don't know. That's it. Yep, Bartender was at the final episode of Quantum Leap. I've seen him in something else. Robbie, when I was making my Terminator video yesterday about that middle finger, I thought, should I make a joke about that? Giving them the middle finger. Andy Carroll, Grange Hill. Grange Hill is available on YouTube. You can watch every episode on YouTube. Right from the Tucker days. Trouble with triples. I did like the Deep Space Nine episode with the triples in. There's always been a Batmobile coming, Grey Wall 55. I don't think it's ever come out. It's been about a year now we've been waiting for that, and no one's ever heard anything of it. French Eagle must have everything except 73 and 74. Got mine from Japan in the end. Oh my god. But in Japan, it's D'Agostini, isn't it, that are doing the DeLorean. Ah, that's probably where I've seen him from. Time Cop. Oh my god. Jean-Claude Van Damme. And that girl from Ferris Bueller. What was her name? Mia Sara, wasn't it? I'm just waiting for them to use He-Man now. They already have. He-Man's in the... what is it? The Confused Money? I don't know. Money Supermarket? Have you figured out where you're going to put the Bismarck, Robert Dibbons? Yep. You see the lightsaber on the wall there? That's coming down and it will fit perfectly in that space. So it's going on the wall just there. In the next issue, as I said, we are getting a stand for the front part of the ship. So when it's on the wall, it is going to be sitting out. God, about that much from the wall. which could be a problem because R2's in the way at the moment. Perhaps I would have moved house by then. Who could forget Monkey? And what was the other one like that? The Water Margin. Monkey and Chipitaka and Pigsy. Red City for the 7-8 finger problem. Oh. Anthony Harding, I haven't seen the triples in Star Trek Online. I used to play Star Trek Online, but I got bored of it. I used to be a big fan of Star Wars, The Old Republic as well. I got my character all the way to like level 50 when the game first came out in like a day and a half. And then I got bored of that as well. But I still play Warcraft. I've been playing Warcraft since like 2004. So I'm on the Airy Peak server in Warcraft. If anyone plays it. And my character's called Hawkstarn. 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 Going round the twist. Have you ever felt like this? I remember that. Time to make a couple for the missus. Watch the last half of Endgame. Cheers for another great stream, mate. Ah, yeah, well, Endgame's going to be brilliant for you. Right, I'm going to leave it there too, though, Svi, because I am tired. I said I didn't get in until like 4 o'clock last night, this morning, whatever. So, as I said, 5 minutes after this stream finishes, I have got a Bismarck video coming up. It's a long one. It's about 20 minutes long. And then tomorrow I'm going to have the issue 10 of the Bismarck. And then that means Saturday I'll have the DeLorean 121. Hopefully you guys have got your deliveries by then. If you haven't, then I really do hope they come early next week for you. But I said, you can still catch me on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and I have got the World of Wayne page, but I don't have a personal Facebook account anymore. So I hope you've enjoyed that little roll back to the 80s tonight, and you've enjoyed that stream. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.